Obliterated is a good word for me to use. I can tell people in South Carolina, nobody is going to work in these 3 sites anytime soon. They're not going to get into them anytime soon. Their operational capability was obliterated. There's nobody working there tonight. It was highly effective.
I am pissed off, and I hope that everyone here is as well. My Republican colleagues should be ashamed, and I am certainly ashamed of them. And I urge every one of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle who claim to care about veterans or families when they're on the campaign trail to actually spend a half a second proving it when the rubber hits the road. And to join me in voting hell no against this abomination that they're trying to call legislation.
I just spoke with the House Oversight Committee, Majority and Minority Council. I answered every question, was pleased to discuss my public service, and it was a thorough process, and I'm glad I answered every question.
Was there an effort to disguise President Biden's condition?
Absolutely not.
I got a tour of the White House, so I learned about where offices are in the White House. I heard about different spots to have coffee, none of which the president, at the time, President Biden attended, but there was no new evidence. And
do you think there was any cover-up of President Biden's condition, any effort to shield him?
I'm a prosecutor, like I said, and if you're going to make a case, you got to prove it. And so I didn't hear anything that suggested any new evidence, anything to suggest that the failed impeachment process was validated in any manner. And again, I look at the economy under the previous president, the economy now. I look at the bipartisan infrastructure bill. I look at the Inflation Reduction Act. I think there's some things that the administration did that benefited Americans, and I think we need to get back to dealing with working class Americans.
Americans have been funding the following: $5.5 million to LGBTQ advocacy in Uganda, $800,000 for transgender people, sex workers, and their clients in Nepal, $3.6 for LGBTQ activism, free training in pastry cooking, psychosocial counseling, a cyber cafe, and the dance focus groups for male prostitutes in Haiti, and $1.1 million to produce Gender Transformation in Diverse Social and Behavior Change report, which advocates, again, quote, gender blindness. Most Americans would be shocked and appalled to learn that their tax dollars, money they thought was going to medical care, was actually going to far-left activism, population control, and sex workers. To be clear, no life-saving treatment will be impacted by this rescissions package. Anyone currently receiving life-saving treatment will continue to receive that treatment.